This is always an awkward time when you first cut it on, and like you're just waiting for people to fill in. It's kind of like the intro in a sense. Can you guys hear me okay? Am I low? I still got my morning voice going here. So if you guys can hear me cool, just let me know. And we will get started very shortly. Hi, Trees. Hey, Cordisha. So I assume that my voice is good. You guys can hear me? Hey, Shantae, how are you? Mr. Parham, it is day one of BDG. It's BDG time. Mr. Parham, I done went back to the hint waters and get my life together. Mr. Parham and I are a part of a Facebook man group for Facebook that's called the Bust That Gut Challenge. So it started on the 4th, but I couldn't start mine because we were driving the process of moving stuff and driving back up from Florida. So I didn't have the appropriate foods with me and stuff like that. So that's right, man. Hashtag BBG. All right. So let me go ahead and get it kicked off, right? Because those that'll hop on halfway through and everything else should be able to go back and watch the replay. So I got up this morning and I was thinking about, well, I wasn't thinking about it. It was pretty much in my face, right? Everyone's talking about Powerball. And that's cool. Like, it's like $1 billion or something like that right now. And that's pretty jiggy to me, right? But I keep seeing people, they're talking about all the shit they want to do if they want it, right? I want to do this. I want to go here. I want to pay off this. I want to, whatever. How this is all going to change their lives and all this other stuff, right? And I think that that's a good thing because they have goals and they can articulate their goals and they have a general understanding of what they want. And I applaud that. Right? Because, if you've ever talked to me on the phone and we start talking about your goals, I will always berate you with one question, and that is, what do you want? And you'll be surprised about how many people cannot answer that question. And I harp on that so hard because if you do not know what it is that you want, you don't know anything. You know what I mean? Like, you have to know that first and foremost. So I enjoy seeing the folks that, say they want this, they want that, all that good stuff. I think that that's wonderful. The part that sticks in my craw is, and it's not everyone's gonna be an entrepreneur, and I'm good with that, right? But the part that sticks in my craw is you don't do anything the other 365 days a year to get towards that goal. And if you are doing anything those 365 days to get towards your goals, you're not attacking it with the same energy and same, excitement level and same sense of urgency that you go stand in a line at a convenience store to get a Powerball ticket. And that's a problem. And I feel that that's a problem because, these aren't my goals. These are your goals, right? And these come from all different walks and shapes in life. It's not hard to be successful and to have success. It's not hard to have opportunity. All of that stuff is available to you, right? We all have genius level talent inside of us. We just have to figure out what it is that we're good at and then stick with it and then work to get better at it. No one is born to be, the low man on the totem pole. That's a choice. You guys decide to be that low man on that totem pole. But when you're born, they don't put you in a different, little crate thing that they put the babies in. They don't put you in like a loser one or a winner one. Everyone gets put in the same one. Boy, girl, black, white, orange, yellow, pink, You know, it doesn't matter. You all get put into the same thing. So from birth, you all start at the starting point at zero. And what you decide to do, and it's a choice, it's what you decide to do dictates where you end up at in life. You know, so, you know, some of you that I'm watching and I'm looking at, you know, I want to do this, I want to do that. And it's like, well, you taking your ass to work tomorrow. You know what I mean? Like, you are more comfortable calling another man boss than, you know, being a boss for yourself. Or you like to call yourself a boss because it's cute and it's fashionable and it's cliche now. Everyone wants to be a boss and a CEO. But like, you ain't doing the work to deserve the title. You know what I mean? Like, I can call myself whatever. And then that's what I am. I'm a hint water ambassador. But if I ain't drinking this, then I'm not really living that. So, you know, don't go hashtagging boss babes, and, you know, don't go, you know, being in what's that joint called? Whatever them quote pages are, like, you know, millionaire maker or whatever, I don't know what it is. But, you know, don't go hashtagging that stuff and saying you about that life when your actions really don't show that. So that's just kind of my, you know, I don't want to call it a rant, because a rant kind of comes from a, you know, an angry place, from an angry place. I would just call it just a mental clarification that I had, you know. So for those people that you see on your timeline, I want you to look at them a little bit differently. I don't want you to judge them, because I don't think that that's fair. But I want you to look at them a little side-eyed a little bit, because you'll see that what they say is not congruent with the actions that they take. Y'all have choices, guys. You can decide to accomplish your goals, or you don't go hashtagging. You can decide to accomplish your goals, or you can just decide to keep talking about them. But it's really not that hard. It may seem hard, it may seem impossible, right? If you haven't started and you're like, wow, like the finish line's 1,000 miles away. It may seem hard, but you can make it happen. So here's an example, right? And then I'll cut out with this. I drove 17 hours straight from Estero, Florida, which is southwest Florida, it's below Naples, to Baltimore. So woke up at 6:30 in the morning and didn't get home till 3:30 the next morning. I drove a U-Haul. I was a truck driver, guys. I drove a U-Haul with a car in the back of it, right? So that's like 1,000-mile journey, right? And of course, I started when it was dark. I finished when it was dark. My headlights only go 100 feet, 200 feet in front of me. I can't see miles down the road. But as long as I had my foot on the accelerator, as long as I was driving forward, I was getting closer and closer to what my goal was. And my goal was getting home. So you don't have to see your entire journey. You don't have to know how everything's going to turn out and lay out as you go. You just need to know that if you continue to go forward, you're working yourself closer toward your goals. So I just want to share that and impart that with you guys, because clearly I'm coming to you live from my house. I made it here, you know. So that's all, guys. Just know that you all have genius level talent. No one is picked at birth to be the winners and the losers. You decide. So decide to be great. Decide to do something today. Decide to get off your ass. You know, go do something more productive than standing in the line to buy a Powerball ticket, and go make your dreams actually a part of your reality. So that's all, guys.